So Katie has given birth to 2 kids.
It's true. Shout out Nora Henry.
Yeah. So,
Shout out.
I'm your mom. What's up? And that's obviously a major accomplishment. And
I mean, the greatest.
a miracle,
truly,
a blessing.
yes.
But you're saying something happened yesterday that you feel more accomplished than even that and more proud of.
I have never in my life felt such accomplishment and pride than I did in that. I mean, in that moment, I rode that high, I think, for a solid hour and a half to 2 hours after it happened.
Still seem like you are. You seem very overconfident.
I am a changed woman. Today I am walking in here like I can do anything.
Did you do the perfect cartwheel?
Within reason. No, I can't. No, I would never try to do a cartwheel with these wrists.
Okay. These wrists.
These wrists.
Have you seen them?
No. I wrangled chickens, ducks, and 2 big-ass geese into their sleeping quarters all by myself.
Wow.
And let me just tell you.
You are the most bizarre person.
Like grab them by the neck?
If you have never done that before, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
Wait.
It takes an incredible amount of control
Where are
and
all
calmness.
these animals?
Oh, yeah.
So a girlfriend and her family went out of town, and they asked if I or my family would be in charge of like going over and feeding the animals and putting them up at night.
And they have these in the backyard and stuff, in cages.
So they have a very large area at the back of their home, and in the back they have 11 chickens. They have 6 ducks, and then they have 2 big white geese. And these things are like. They're very tall. I have a picture. I can post it, but they're huge, big, white. I mean, almost kind of look like swans, but heavier, if that makes sense.
Oh,
big boys.
Yeah, and so my friend, when she went out of town, she was like, "Look, we have the garden and we trash cans and mail, and remember, we also have all of the animals." And I'm like, "Fine, no big deal. We got it." Well, the first time we went over to, and they have an electric fence too because they have to keep predators out, So the first time my family and I went over. It was
don't touch that.
An S show. Totally an S show. My kids are running up to the chickens. They're like trying to fly out of the way. All 11 chickens are trying to get out of the fence. We're like, no, that's wrong with fence. Don't touch it. In my mind, I'm thinking, not on my watch. These birds cannot die on my watch. It's a lot of pressure.
No, you had 10 chickens, remember?
Yeah, my God. Yeah.
Boy.
So I'm yelling at the kids. I'm like, you guys can't. You have to be calm. You have to be slow. None of that happened the first night.
Sprinting at them.
At all. I mean, using the hose, trying to spray them to get into the thing. And yeah, it was insane. And then it had also poured rain, so it was messy and muddy. And I don't know if you know this or not, but birds have very wet doo-doo.
Yeah.
Like sloppy.
Their doo-doo is like diarrhea in teardrop form. It's on the ground and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So the kids are slipping and sliding. They're chasing the chickens. I'm chasing the kids. We're chasing and the ducks are like, like following you around.
Meanwhile, Ben's out of town staying in a hotel.
No, he was there too.
Oh, he was there.
Yes, he was there too. He's trying to like check out the fence to make sure none of us get zapped. Can I get some help?
Oh, you're right.
It was just very stressful, and it took us over 45 minutes to get all of these animals into their coops.
And that's a long time when that's all you're trying to do.
That's all we were trying to do.
Oh my God.
That was it.
Wow.
So I called my friend and I said, "Do you have any tips?" And she said, "Well, the only tip I can really give you is that you need to go at dusk." Do you know what time dusk is, Squid? If I had to ask you to name dusk, what would you say?
Dusk?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the sun's starting to go down.
Wrong.
Really?
No, it's like after it's set for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So she filled me in that after the sun officially goes, officially
beneath the horizon.
sets,
Yeah. Okay.
that is when the birds naturally want to roost. She said, you're going to have a much easier time going at dusk when those birds, the 11 chickens, the six ducks, and then these big white geese naturally want to go into their habitat because they know it's getting dark and the predators are coming and it's time to go to sleep, right?
Oh, yeah.
So my kids swam all day during the city meet. And after, there's like tradition is that you get to go to the pool for extended hours. So my husband took them to the pool and I thought, well, damn, I got to do this by myself. And I'm a little bit afraid of the birds because
Yeah.
they're very,
'Cause
I don't know.
Yeah.
Chickens can chase you, and I've seen a lot of people get chased by chickens, and it looks scary.
And they have beaks and
Yeah.
like claws, chicken feet.
Yeah.
claws.
I don't like
Oh my
that type of
gosh.
stuff.
No, thank you.
And I don't know if you guys remember this or not. This Squid and Matt, this was before not Matt's time. This is before your time, Squid. But when I was getting married, I did a photo shoot. Do you remember for Summerfield Farms?
Yeah.
And I actually held the chicken in my wedding dress. Do
Oh
you
yeah, I
remember
remember that.
Yeah.
I do.
And I thought, well, I can do this because I've held a chicken before. But the difference is this chicken was the one that I held. Somebody else was holding it before
And
me.
it was already cooked.
No. But somebody handed
was
it
in
to
a
me.
bucket.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
right.
so I already knew that it was okay to be
Used to,
handled.
yeah.
Right.
So I just held it and didn't make any move. But now years later, it's just me and the chickens and the ducks and the geese now, And so I put on my muck boots because I do have a pair, and I said, I'm going to do this.
Do you have gloves on for this, or is this bare hands?
Ben packed me some gloves. He
what
also
kind? Like
well,
winter
he's,
gloves?
No,
I mean,
he's
would you-
in dental supplies, so he gave me some
The
dental
latex?
Yeah, the latex
Yeah, yeah.
gloves.
Okay.
And so he put several pairs of those in the back of the car. He gave me a bucket, and then he gave me a piece of cardboard. I don't know why. He was like, you're going to need these supplies.
To like scoop them up.
Yeah, so I turn off the electric fence. It's not as muddy as it has been, and it's oddly peaceful. I went an hour later than I had gone the night before.
Oh, I see.
And it's oddly peaceful. They're making like a little bit of noise. The geese are only squawking at me just like a tiny bit. And so I just I fill up their water buckets. I check their food. I just kind of mill around, and then I start talking to them like a psycho.
Wow.
How was your day?
Oh my
Hey,
God.
just as calm and as collected.
Please
as I
make
could
me chicken nuggets now.
sound. And I'm not
Hot
kidding
mustard
you.
with you.
Yes, I'm not kidding you. Those birds just got in their coop.
They're like, if you'll stop talking to us, we'll go.
So by wrangled these animals, you
Yeah.
just said you talked nicely to them, and that's why you're proud?
I was calm. I was able to do it by myself. It was 11 of the chickens, 6 ducks, and 2 huge geese.
Did you have to hold
Wow.
any of them?
No, I had to kind of escort one of the chickens because
There's always one.
There's always one, and then one of the big white geese was really being kind of talkative and chatty,
Yeah.
and so I did have to kind of chase that around with a rake. But
If only we had
you,
video.
right,
I
no,
know.
I did ask her the first time. I asked my friend. I said, "Please tell me you have cameras back there." She said, "Oh, we do."
Oh,
so we have to
good.
wait till she
Nice.
gets home to be able to go through some of the footage.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
But yeah, I want to see what my family looked like versus what I looked like
Oh,
because I went
yeah.
into that chicken coop like a boss.
Yeah. You said, get
And
in your
I
cage.
put those bitches
Wow.
to bed.
Yeah.
And they stayed there all night. I got a report that all the birds are fine this morning.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's
Farmer
just like,
Katie.
it's the
Yeah.
control. It's like
Right.
something that I was afraid of. I was afraid of doing
And
it
you-
So you
by
faced
myself.
your fear.
And you overcame
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and
Do
did
you-
a good job.
I did. Do
Yeah.
you
Does
think you
feel
could do
good.
it?
Oh, I
I
mean,
mean-
no, I don't think it'd be not in my skill set.
Like, seriously, do you think if you went into a chicken coop
I mean,
with all
unless
those
somebody
birds?
told me exactly what to do, I didn't
Yeah.
know. I would have no idea what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Facing your fear
Like,
and
rather
then
than chasing
having it
them.
Yeah.
successful is one of the best feelings. It's euphoric.
It was so good, and I just stood there after in my boots, my arms crossed across my chest with chicken crap all over me, and I thought, job well done, girl. Job well
Fruits
done.
of your labor.
Yes.
Yeah.
No wonder why you watch Yellowstone for so long. So now, once you watch Yellowstone, you can do anything. I can do You're a cowgirl.
Yes.
Do you think you missed your calling, Katie? To be a goose wrangler?
I don't know,
A
but
chicken choker?
That's your thing, Squid.
that's what you do, Squid. You're real good at it.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted chickens, but then because I love the idea of the eggs and the whole deal, but
It's a lot of freaking work.
I'm also
Yes.
was afraid. I
Oh,
just am
okay.
afraid. But these chickens are, I don't know the different breeds, but they're all different colors, and some of them are really fluffy. Some of them have like those. They look like they're wearing boots.
Uh-huh.
Other ones, I mean, they're very beautiful, but still a little afraid.
And they're doing this for the eggs, or
Yeah, they're Yeah, they just.
yeah.
That's just who my friends are. I mean, they just embrace whatever. They have a beautiful garden, and just, I mean, they can just do
But
it all.
they're eating the eggs.
Eating the eggs, and yes, and then they're duck eggs, so they bake with the duck eggs, and
Okay.
I don't know what the geese bring to the party, but okay,
Maybe they ward off
I
things.
don't-
I really don't know.
I don't know.
Farmer Katie. Who knew?
Wow.
That is,
Yeah.
If you gave me a million guesses of what you felt proud about, that would
I
not
never would have
Absolutely
guessed
not.
that.
have been on my radar.
Or guessed that that's what I was doing with my time last night.
Oh yeah, no.
So bizarre. It's so
Yeah.
funny. All right. Well, keep us updated.
Will do.
You might get a little cocky, though. Are they back yet?
Ooh, get it?
Not yet. Get it, cocky?
Cocky?
No, we have 2 more nights. And
So-
I'm really thinking about not taking my kids again.
Yeah.
I think
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think
Mm-mm.
they were too spazzy for the chickens.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take Squid with you tonight and he can film it.
That might be a good idea.
There you go.
Could.
I don't know if
Yeah.
they want squid on their property.
He has a
Who's
record.
stealing the chicken?
Maybe I'll ask.
Okay.